Classic FM Live with Yorkshire Gold, the gold standard in tea.
I'm delighted to welcome the composer Nigel Hess to Classic FM Live here backstage at the Royal Albert Hall for what is, well, such a celebratory night. Nigel, thanks to you and your brand new commission for the Royal Liverpool film.
I'm very excited about it, and I haven't heard it yet.
You haven't heard it at all?
I'm going to hear it with the audience tonight for the first time.
Does that leave you tense?
I'm terrified, absolutely terrified, but it's terrified in a good way.
Tell me about this whole process of commission and then working with the orchestra, or is it something that you do independently?
No, I was contacted and asked to write the piece for their 175th anniversary, and they didn't really give me much of a brief except to say they wanted a couple of good tunes.
And you're the man for a good tune.
Well, I don't know about that, no pressure, but so that was what they wanted, and they wanted it to be a celebratory feel, of course, and that's why it's called a celebration overture. So I think when you hear it, hopefully it does what it says on the tin. It's lots of fun.
I've had a few hints already from orchestral members talking about how jazzy it is and how it kind of breaks out into this exuberant rhythm. It's a really joyous piece, isn't it?
It is, and I use the percussion a lot. I use quite a lot of Latin American percussion, which gives it a sort of party feel. So we've got bongos and we've got a cabasa, and I can't wait to hear it.
It's going to be a really terrific moment for us here in the Royal Albert Hall, and indeed for the orchestra as it continues its year of celebration. But most people, of course, know you probably for your very successful film score. So is this something quite different when you don't have the context of film to work to?
It's much scarier. It's what I call sort of more grown-up music, really, because you're not attaching yourself to any images. So you're really it. From the word go. You're not really part of a team in terms of putting a project together. You are the person who's putting it together on your own. So it's sort of own-up time, really. So it's a different discipline from writing for film and television. But I enjoy it so much. And on the occasions when I have written concert music, I've actually had a ball, like when I wrote the piano concerto that Lang Lang ended up playing. That was just the most wonderful experience, and tonight is a similar kind of thing.
And certainly people have now come to love your music for orchestra as much as for film and for TV. But, well, we have got a poll running at the moment amongst Classic FM listeners. We're asking, as we always do around this time of year, favourite film music, and it won't be a surprise to you that Ladies in Lavender is certain to be there. But what about your particular film favourites? Do you look back over what, a century of scores almost, or do you look at what's happening currently in film?
Well, I'm a great fan of what they call the golden age of Hollywood. So I love the composers that were working in Hollywood in the 30s, 40s and 50s. People like Max Steiner, people like Eric Horngold, and I just love that kind of music. And of course the composers working today owe a huge amount to those composers like John Williams, like Hans Zimmer. They all look back to those composers. And I'm also a great fan of Morricone's as well. I would love to have written that tune in The Mission. I would have given anything to have written that oboe tune. So I'm a great fan of his. I think he's extraordinary.
Is it something about the power of the melody which takes it outside of the confines of simply viewing it on screen? Is that the key to great film music, that it does have that standalone quality? Well,
there are two schools of thought, aren't there? Some people say that if you write film music that people notice, then you haven't done your job properly, that it should be part of the film, it should be another character in the film, and you shouldn't notice it. With Ladies in Lavender, of course, I was very lucky because the whole final scene in the film takes place in a concert. And our leading man is a violinist, and he's playing this so-called violin concerto. So that was a gift. So there you can stand up and be counted. But a lot of the time, you shouldn't be noticed. But having said that, of course, some of the great film themes are the big tunes that we all remember.
Okay, so I'm going to pin you down now. Give me a couple.
Oh, goodness. Well, I've already mentioned Morricone's The Mission, which is probably my number one. I love huge amounts of William Walton's music. His score for Henry V, I just think, is extraordinary.
Yes, that's one that kind of slips off the top chart, doesn't it?
Now, why
somehow?
is that?
I don't know.
We must get people to vote for it.
We can start a campaign.
Yes,
here and
absolutely,
now.
absolutely.
Nigel, thank you very much
Thank you,
indeed.
Jane, very much.